Hello everyone. Today we are going to solve the GFG probability question. So today's problem is anagram. Difficulty of the problem is easy. Let's see the problem statement once. Given two string S1 and S2 consist of lowercase characters, the task is to check whether two given strings the task is to check whether two given strings are anagram of each other or not. An anagram of a string is another string that contains the same characters, only the order can be different. For example, act and tech are anagrams to each other. String S1 and S2 only contains lower case alphabets. So we can see we have two we are given two strings s1 and s2, and we have to determine whether these two strings are anagram or not. Anagram is when the string contains the same number of characters and same characters, but the position can be different. As we can see in this example, string 1 is geeks and string 2 is something K KCC. But in this we can see that the position of the alphabets may differ, but the number of words are same and frequency of the character is same. So that's how we can determine these two strings are anagram. In this example, in other example, we can say string 1 is allergy and string 2 is allergic, and these two are not anagram as they do not contain the same number of characters. Like in this string there is a alphabet C, but there is no alphabet of C in this string. So how we are going to solve this? There are many approaches to solve this question. One of the approaches can be, firstly we sort these two strings, and after sorting we compare them, and if they are equal, that means they are anagram. Otherwise that does not mean otherwise that means it is not an anagram if we sort both of the string and compare them. Another approach would be like count the frequency of characters of both the strings and compare them. If the frequency of characters is same, so we can say the string is R anagram. So how can we do a frequency count of the characters? We are going to use the hash, and we know the string only contains lowercase alphabets. So we know the hash will be of 26. Hash array would have 26 elements at max, and we initialize it with 0. And then we take sizes of both string s1 and s2, and if we check, there is a condition. If s1 and n and m is not equals to each other, that means these strings are not anagram, simply because the if one string size is greater than other, that means it contains more number of alphabets, and that's why it is not an anagram. And after that we will run a loop from I to n, because we check because both strings have same number of characters, so we just need to run it to 0 to n. Then we have to hash it. Then this will what will this will be do if a element alphabet occurs in string 1, we will reduce it by a and we will get an integer. Like if we reduce like a string, we get a here and we reduce it by a character, we will get 0 as our answer, and we increase the index 0 arith index to 1. Then we use hash s2 and I minus a minus minus. Why we are doing this? Because we are increasing the frequency by S1 string and we are decreasing the frequency by S2 string, and at last we will compare if every element of the hash array is 0 or not. If it is not 0, then then these strings are not anagram, and if it is 0 for all 26 elements, then these strings are anagram. We have to check if hash of I is not equals to 0, then we will return a false because these strings are not anagram, and otherwise we will return true. Let's run the program and check it. Yes, the answer is correct. Let's submit the program and we can see the answer is correct. So first let's do a dry run. So we will declare a hash array which have which is contain declared by 00. Let's see, it is till 26. So this is hash array. So and string s1 is there, like we will say ABBA, and s2 is there string and we will say ABBC. And when if we will determine the size, if size is not equal, that means they are not anagram. But if the size is equal, then we do the hashing. So first we go to a character and we increase the hash to 1 as we go. Then we see this first element of second string and we see a and we will decrease the corresponding uh, element in hash to -1. Then we go to this one b, we increase it by 1, and then we when we go to this we have to decrease it, then it also becomes 0. Then at this position it will again become 1, and when we do this it will decrease down to 0 again. For this, we have to increase the value here 1, as 0 index is representing the count of a alphabet, and then when we see C here, so this will increase to 1 and our loop will end. Then we check if all the elements in this hash array is 0 or not. If there is if they are not 0, that means there is some mismatch in the character frequency and we will return false, as those two string will not be anagram, and then we return true. I hope this explanation would help you to understand, and thank you.